Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are still here in Thavnair, and let's see what is coming our way. The great work. Did you say you're going to see Nidhana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? Oh, someone has a little crush. I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day, and those eyes when you meet her. Take care you don't drown in them. Oh, that is so cute. We better hook those two up. Okay, but let's go there. Alrighty, we are here, and it looks like something happened. Not sure what, but something, probably. I doubt that they are just taking a nap like that. Oh, maybe they are just taking a nap.
What happened here?
Nap time.
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
They're actually just taking a nap. Oh.
I am Varshahn, servant to the Satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
She's gonna pour water over them. Oh, what?
People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales?
They're so into their work.
We have new scales?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many
There's
thanks.
dragon
One
scales.
for me.
Those are dragon scales.
Thank you for answering my question.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshahn? Wait, who are you people? Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova.
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
That is well.
Like, that's sus.
You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
Damn.
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Yeah, he does clean his stuff.
Speaking of dragon blood,
You yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
Got a new test subject.
I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory. Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
A little.
No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk? As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your Mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
I love the music. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty, let's go talk to Nidana. And here we are, and oh my gosh, I love it so much. Like, everything's so colorful. Oh, it's beautiful. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. Though Kryl herself is tied up with another investigation, Dora is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the Satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your blessing of light come in. Whatever it is, just leave it to me. What exactly is it that you need me to do, better than having my blood drawn, I suppose? Let's figure out what she wants me to do first. I'm not doing everything. Nothing complicated, I assure you. We ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you, with your permission, of course. In that case, Urianger and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you are ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the Great Work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing some preparations. Alrighty. Let's do that. Alrighty, we are here. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many a sleepless night, the drunken Deepa. A deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Commencing a Furic exposure testing. Repeat, commencing a Furic exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. Follow the drunken deepa's lead and try not to fall behind. Oh! Oh, that's so cute. Wait, shouldn't I put my dog away? Readying ether, please stand back. Go away, puppy. Oh, please stand back. Why do I have to stand back? Okay, now? Oh. You are struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test, please swallow. That lamp is so cute, though. Boing, 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 boing. That was adorable. Oh, I have to stand back again. Okay, but since I have to do this 4 times, I will skip this. Alright, so it looks like we passed the test. Ah, you've returned, and not on your knees. A promising sign. But come, let me take the deepa off your hands. There you go. There's the tower, by the way. On the right. Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort. You're feeling perfectly fine. Yep. Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. Nice. You're a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it, spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we Arkasodara travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I will compensate you for your troubles, of course. With money? I mean, you're dead. Without further ado, let us head to Kajaya's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east of the Great Work. Let's go. And there we are. I may simply be imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. Look out, Laura. Okay. Let me finish this quickly. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Gods, but that gave me a fright to think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope. Good, good. Let's continue then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. Let's go. And there we are. That looks sick, though. Those monsters look sick, too. And here we are, Kajaya's footsteps. Kajaya was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that spirit weed grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting at once, if you would be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. Okay, let me go stand guard. Okay, apparently something happens now. But damn, that place looks so nice.
Yes, that would be Radz-at-han. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
I'm gonna go there.
The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the Satrap, the trials he must be facing.
What can you tell me of the Satrap? Do you trust the Satrap? Let's not talk about trust yet.
Well, he is the most important person in Radz-at-han.
The president.
Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra.
Oh, so it is Gacha.
When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present Satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the Satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the Satrap is what has allowed Radz-at-han to thrive all these years. And it was the Satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Uh-oh.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans.
Uh-oh.
And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
Damn, that looks so cool. I wanna go there. I have enough spirit weed to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we? Yeah, let's go back. Alrighty, we're back. Laura, my thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. Thank you. A boy's errand. If you will excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you are both back. Excellent. I have a message for you, Mr. Snitana. It would seem the stores of Giant's Gal are running low. Well, but when last I looked, there was still plenty. I suspect it was before Urianger told everyone about their tempering cure. And the Stenian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain, but we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. Oh, they're kidnapping the elephant people. Laura, loath though I am to press another task on you so soon, might I ask you to fetch the giant scale? In case you're not familiar, giant scale is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. The quarry where it is found, aptly named Giant Scale Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose on you once more? What if they kidnap me? Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Say Nuha. He will furnish you with the ore. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamsa, Mistress Nidhana? By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the Hamsa to the entrance. Meet me there when you are ready. Let's go do that. Alrighty, there we are. I could literally just use my bike, but I guess we're gonna use the birds. Here are our Hamsa, Lura. If the creatures look familiar, it is because they are close kin to your Eorzean dodos. Hamsa have long been kept as livestock in Thavnair, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us first make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. You're ready? Then let us depart. You need only ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead for yours to follow. I look so bothered. Well, he doesn't look too happy either. Oh my god. But yeah. Oh my gosh, I love this. Let's see where this goes. Alrighty, we made it. To the outpost, at least. I think. And here we are, manned by the Radiant Host. This outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Well, who should it be but young Varshahn, on an errand for the Satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me to come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle, no place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since you took over. I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the Satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the Satrap is unwavering, but still, I worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will, Nabdeen. Thank you. And who might this be? Not Hanish, by the look of her. Permit me to introduce Lura Arda of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers. Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshahn the latest report and answer any questions he may have. Damn, that's actually insane. They have a little kid being an assistant of literally the leader of the city. And here I have to literally study to be an assistant. Like, what the hell? I've heard about you, the visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you can tell us about the Telefroi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die and take everyone with them. What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. Well, how about I go in there and I destroy the tower? It occurs to me I have yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we struggle to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What of the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? So it's much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. Well, yeah, it's the whole world. Damn, these towers are big. You wish to know about the tower. To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower of Zot, as folk have taken to calling it, it suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Thavnair. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. So you can't go for a swim? Oh, but to be honest, we're pretty close to it. I thought the influence would go further. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? Not at all. Our struggles are not unique, then our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. Alright. So, we didn't learn much. Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. Not really. As a neutral nation and trading hub, both Radz-at-han ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, the stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see to your original errand, as mine will keep me here a while longer. However, I'm afraid I cannot guide you to the rest of the way. Or I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamza, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, enjoyed our time together until we meet again. Hello. Adams appears to want to return home and reluctantly offers you its bag. Should you become separated from your steed? Yeah. Yay! I can ride it myself. Okay, let's go there. Okay, we made it here, and that was definitely not a stone's throw away. It was like twice as far away, and it was definitely not just straight ahead. Aye, this is indeed the Giant Scale grounds, and I'm Senua. Is there something you require? Giant Scale for the alchemists, you say, but of course they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and this is the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Let me guess, I have to do something to get those materials. Here you are, a sack of the purest Giant Scale. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Oh, okay, that was easy. Let's go back. Alrighty, we're back. Welcome back, Laura. There, I hope you have the Giant Scale. Yes, I do. Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype. One that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. I'm always at ease. Damn, that looks so pretty. Who that? It's no one important. Man, the thing is probably gonna explode now.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well. You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat.
Isn't Fandaniel literally the embodiment of like street smarts versus, you know, like school smarts? Like everyone else is just, you know, in their books and everything, and he's maybe not the smartest in like, you know, being informed and reading and shit like that, but he knows what he's doing, kinda, more or less. And actually with the money thing, he's not.
Suicidal madness. Were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Uh-oh.
What is it? What did you see?
Daniel.
Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It
Kaboom.
holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last!
I'm still waiting for an explosion.
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Man, not me. My soul
Afforded
is
such
shielded.
protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
Why you?
Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Okay. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Oh, you need to ask. Oh shit. Can't I just say okay? I mean, yeah, I can say, oh, you need to ask. Oh, she's sweet.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example.
Yeah, but if I would knock her unconscious, then that means I have to carry her out. I'm sorry, but does it have to be an elephant that I have to carry out? Like, literally, there are so many tiny people that I could carry out. Or do I just leave her there?
Should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about? He is lurking about. You're saying I imagined that.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Let's go. It's experiment time. Bye-bye. Let's go. Alrighty, we are here. This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. Let's go.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence.
This close? It's actually just the island.
Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could. So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
That's not gonna end well, is it?
A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What?
That's not a good idea. Oh. Okay.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh.
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Apparently he can. Aww.
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
Patrons of old, what are you talking about? I don't know. Bye.
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Fandaniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Fandaniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded.
Based on the actual Ascian.
I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes? Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
What?
At your service.
What?
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
Yeah, real funny.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Well... Damn.
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see you.
I suggest therapy, but, you know, whatever helps. Well, that was quite something, wasn't it? Well, I guess we should continue. Ah, your return, but where's Mistress Nidhana? Well, Manusia preserved just when we had succeeded in making the talisman. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. Let's go. Righty, we are back. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? Well, so it was Fandaniel after all. Damn the bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily, lest we endanger Nidhana and the other captives. Satrap of Radz-at-han. Okay, this is the last quest of this whole quest chain, so let's do this. First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nidhana's colleagues included. I called them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Oh, Nidhana. Can you answer me this? Though Nidhana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? Yeah, and the talisman works, by the way. Then we must make warding scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidhana proved a peril to herself. So let us make more scales, that she and all those who were taken might be saved. That's the spirit. Aye, as alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. My friends, the Satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. And for our Erosin visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidhana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the Satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. Nice. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Radz-at-han for an audience with His Excellency? Sure. We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please come to the gates east of the Giant's Gull grounds, and I will show you into the city. Let's go to Radz-at-han! Alrighty, here we are. Going to Radz-at-han. I can't wait. We see the elephant statues there. That is so cool. All present, then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. I mean, I guess that makes sense. But apparently we don't do well with rules and stuff.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Radz-at-han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
That looks so cool.
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
I love elephants so much. They're like in my top 5 of animals.
But no such scenes to savor now.
Aww.
To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Sad. Looked like so much fun before. Still looks pretty though. To be honest, if I had to be scared somewhere and hide somewhere, it would probably be this city. Looks very nice here.
Here we are. Megadota. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
The Satrap is waiting for us. The Final Fantasy music is so good.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Errands, Satrap of Radz-at-han. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshahn convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
I need to know she was taken. Not everything went to plan. At least it worked, you know.
I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
What?
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
What?
As you wish.
Dragon.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me.
Ah. When you hear the music, it's a dragon.
Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Damn.
I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Damn.
I, mine elder brothers, of Midgardsormr's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Yeah, it looks pretty small compared to the others, to be honest.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radz-at-han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the Satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility, when it seemed all would be drowned in blood. Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radz-at-han.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as Satrap is just...
a charade. Yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who joined me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
Oh.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radz-at-han, with mine eye nestled within. it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my win.
What?
Ah, that would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered, Estinian warm blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz-at-han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Padalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions, and should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
It's probably not going to be quick. It's never quick.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radz-at-han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
He gets the spirit, he's like, we have no time to waste, let's go. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Sharlayan and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the eve right here before departing, unless of course you enjoy violent nausea. Of course not, but let's go. Alrighty, we're back. Just as I was getting used to balmy Thavnair, we're back in chilly Sharlayan. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, everyone appears to be here, so let us take stock of all the developments and discoveries. I'm in love with that carpet. That's when you know you're getting older, when you're amazed by a carpet. It looks so nice. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna end this episode here. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and bye bye!